at the beginning of this video, I said that we are going to find a lot of concept of introduction of linguistics. The first part, we learned about what is linguistics, origin linguistics, branches of linguistics, macrolinguistics, microlinguistics, and some characteristics about linguistics. In this part of this video, we can learn about language. We can find what language is, origin of language, theories about origin of language, function of language, design features about language, and descriptive and prescriptive grammar, and even we can find synchronic and diachronic language and functionalism and formalism about language. We are going to start with what language is. Language is a system of arbitrary when there is no connection between linguists and refers to. Is to say, when we are say that language is arbitrary, there is say that there isn't direct connection between linguistics and the thing that you are going to say. Okay, when we say that linguistics is vocal, we say that language is used for human communication. Is to say the primary medium of language is sound or speech. Is to say that when we start communicating with others, the principal communication that we make is speech or the sounds. For example, language has a story. For example, in language or speech, we can find media language. Speech. Speech has a history of 100,000 years, and here exists a relation with communicates without writing. In the other hand, we can find writing, that it has a history around several stones. It's to say that speech is learned before writing. It's to say that when we are children, we start hearing words. Maybe we are hearing words that our parents say us. For example, when we are kids, my father told me, this is an apple, or this is water, this is your mom. We start having a conversation, or we are having an idea that what the meaning of what is a thing. We start learning with hearing and practicing. When we say that language is vocal symbols, it refers that language is a speech. Okay, a speech is a media language because it has a history of 100,000 of years, and it has a relation with communicates without writing. In the other hand, exists writing. Writing is a history around several thousand years, and it's to say that the speech is learned before writing. It's to say that when we are talking or when we start talking, we always stay and communicate with people. We can talk maybe with a tree, animals, or anything. We can don't do it. Maybe if it's animal, it can hurt us. But if I talk with a tree, it can hear me. This start with a community or stay in touch with people. When I say that a speech is learned before writing, it's correct because when we are kids, we start hearing words. For example, when I was a kid, my dad always told me, "This is an apple. This is your mom, or this is a ball." Here we can imagine that we start hearing and repeating the word that we heard when we are children. Another example is that when we are going to the primary school, we we already know how to talk, and then teachers teach us how to write or how to respect the rule to write correctly. In this case, a speech is learned before writing. In the other hand, language is used by human communication to fulfill communicative needs. For example, my brother fall and his broke her leg. I need to tell me what happened in my brother to my mom. I need to fulfill my needs. Here we can say that language is a need to communicate with others. Language has its origin. The origin says that it grows and develops in society. Language and animals' language is so different language they don't communicate with each other. As I am mentioned before, we can find three videos about the origin of language. The first is divine origin. Divine origin is mean that God gave us a present or given us the ability to communicate with others. Invention or imitative is that when people start working together, or when people 1,000 years ago, or when they start working, or when they start keeping touch, it language grow up. And evolutionary means that our psychological and physics have development. It to say that our minds grew up and gave us the ability to talk with others. The design features that we can find in language as duality, that duality means that there is a property have two levels, sounds and a meaning. Sounds is a lower level. That means that there is no structure of sound which one meaningful. And meaning is the higher level, that means that can be grouped or regrouped. Arbitrariness, it says that there isn't between sounds and a meaning, or the linguistic for free natural relationship to the mind. We have a productive, that is a that utilized limited linguistic rules to produce or understand mindful meanings. Interchangeability is says that a speaker or sender can be became a listener or receiver. Displacement. Displacement refers that used to use the language in present, in past, in future, in every kind of time of period of time, or every time, and we can imagine it or maybe happen real moment. And the last one, we have a specialization that says that language can be such as a breeding or feeding. In functions that are the language have different ways to use it. For example, we have phonetic function. In functions, we can find or we can use in daily communication in our daily days. For example, with phonetic function is to establish communication with others, to ask how are you today, or know him or her state or of animate or health, even express goodwill. A directed function refers that used to get the hearer to do something. For example, Mom, please wash my clothes, please. Is that you want to someone do something for you. Informative. Informative is used to give to facts or describe them. For example, in Mexico, contamination, pollution have been became in a horrible problem with animals. It describes the facts in everything. Interrogative is used to inquire information. Inquiry information refers that you want to a particular information. For example, how old are you or who are your parents? Expressive function is used to reveal something, feelings or attitude. It to say that I am angry or I am hungry, to know what people are feeling in that moment. And we have evocative communication that is used to insert a feeling in the hearer. As I am mentioning, is to say that I am angry, please don't touch me, or I am angry, or I'm hungry, please bought me a hamburger. The hero, maybe this in this evocative is that the hero goes to worry or go to the place to the other person. Performative is used to do things or to perform an actions, can be non-linguistic and linguistically. Another concept that we are going to know about language is linguistic competitive and linguistic performance. Competitive, it refers to the ancient knowledge, sounds, meaning, or the scientific by the native speakers of a language. And performance is refers to the actual use of speech and writing by the individual. It's to say that competitive is a native speaker how use the language, and performance is how we as trainer of new language how use it. We have a syntax and pragmatic linguistics that are different between each other. In syntagmic, it says that refers to the horizontal relationship between linguistic element in a sentences of bilinguistic element which are all present. And paradigmatic is the vertical relationship holding between elements replaceable with each other at a particular place in a structure. And the last concept that we are going to know in this video is functionalism. Functionalism is an approach which is constrained with a language as an instrument of sound, the interaction as a system that view in a solution. And formalism is the study of abstract form of the language and their internal relations. This is everything from my video. I hope you like enjoy it. I hope you like understand it. And see you soon and take care.